The one thing we're very wary of, and I think they fed this into designers in the office, is the toilets. Because if you don't work here, the toilets in this building are single occupancy ones, which means whatever happened in there, you come out and the guilt is behind you. Do you know what I mean? You meet a colleague, you just get followed by this waft. Hi, you've got to face me in a meeting later. Have a nice day, thank you. There's also that thing we do, whereas if you open the door to go in and it smells horrific, as long as that door hasn't shut and locked, it's not your fault. Once the door closes, it's entirely your fault and you've got to deal with that. So there's this wonderful thing of people going, I'm keeping my foot just outside the door, I'm not going in. Just I want to be safe, I want to be safe in that, that's nice. That's lovely, we have a lovely selection of people, that's welcome, thank you for coming. I'm still adjusting, I've been back at work 3 hours, I've just got my girlfriend jokes, that's screwed. I've got to tell you about, my only piece of advice I'll give you is, I gave Ellie a placeholder ring. And then she went, well now I've got it, now we're in New York, why don't we go shopping on 5th Avenue? I stupidly went, yeah, that's fine. Now, 5th Avenue, if you don't know it, is places like De Beers, Cartier, and Tiffany's, which ladies seem to enjoy. I hadn't really thought this through, and we actually went for a ring fitting at Tiffany's. This is a terrifying experience, but what I did, I styled it out, poker face. Do you know what I mean? Just didn't be shocked by the ring price. Just like, I'll just deal with this, we'll go through this, we'll get through it. She won't actually want to buy one, it's fine. Let's go. And we went through, and they had these rings, just so expensive, but they brought out this nice, it was just such a beautiful little diamond, a lovely little ring. And the lady went, that's $8,400. Oh, that's punchy. $8,400. No, you misheard me, so that's $84,400. Give the ring back and leave the shop. So that was my time in New York. It's fun. I like New York. New York's a wonderful city. People say, doing stand-up, you get to meet people from all over the world, and you get to form an opinion which is the best nations in the world. For me, America is the best country in the world. Now, some people disagree with this. They find Americans somewhat overbearing. I think they're the best country in the world, mainly because of the things they do. The best example being the Vietnam War Memorial. I know what you're thinking, Vietnam War Memorial, comedy gold, but come with me, it's fine. If you've ever been, or seen it in films or on the telly, you know it's yards and yards of plaques, engraved the names of the soldiers lost their lives in that horrible conflict. But if you ever go, I swear, you go to the very, very far end, there's a brass plaque about yay big, engraved with the following message. Warning, these plaques are made of metal. In direct sunlight, they become incredibly hot. Please do not touch for fear of injury. And then underneath, they have that sentence translated in full, in Braille. Best country in the world. Anybody that committed to practical joking is awesome. That is spectacular. The only way that gets funnier is if there's a trapdoor for the guide dog. Good, we found the level. There's a groan. That's strong. One other thing I'll just leave you on to mention is we talk of love, we talk of romance. Give me a shout in the room if you're single. Yeah. Give me a shout in the room if you're in a couple. Ooh, happy and energetic. And more ladylike, that's disposable income, that's how it works. Now, a tip for the single people. When we were getting together, trying to do things to keep relationships spicy, keep it exciting. And Ellie, she's reading Cosmo, and she's reading through the sex tips, and it said, it says romantic treat, why not have a shared bath? No. Absolutely not. Here's for why. Women in the room, give me a shout if you like baths. Of course you do. You're absolute commanders of baths. You do it brilliantly. You dim the lights, you set the tea candles, you maybe read a book, put some music on. It's a beautiful oasis of calm. Men, on the other hand, we fear baths. That water can be far, far too hot, far, far too cold, and our skin is very, very sensitive. Which means getting in that bath is a problem, because you get in the bath feet first. That's fine, skin in your feet 25% thicker than any other part of your body. As you lower yourself into the bath, gravity and the male body shape that take the most sensitive part of your anatomy is the first thing that's going in the water. Now that raises the stakes, that puts pressure on, but the great thing is we men were smart. We've got different ways of entering the water. Unfortunately, none of them are romantic. Method 1, the cover, clutch and plunge. Get your boys in the pool as fast as you can. Method number 2, treat your testicles like Moses, part the waves on the way down. I think you'll agree, not that romantic, but still better than the move that every guy you've ever met, your uncles, your dads, your granddads have tried. Method number 3, the acclimatizing splash. on the way down. I think the ladies will agree it's not worth having the taps in your back for. Well, listen, you're being really lovely, you're being really nice and energetic, that's awesome. What we've got 2 awesome headliner quality acts tonight, you're in for a real treat. There's house rules though, if you want to heckle, save it for me, we can have a chat, you can give me shit and I'll give you shit back. You're super nice then, because the more energy and love you give them, the bigger night you're going to have. You up for that? Fine, so I've just got to check you're warmed up, I've got to check you're ready for doing it. So if you've got a drink or you're eating a hot dog, just pop them down the floor for a second. Hopefully you've got a paper plate. Don't just put a hot dog on the floor. That's disgusting. Anyway, those who came down to the club in May, you know that we've got different ways that I'm proud of applauding and appreciating the crowds here in the UK. Because we had the London Olympics, the 2012 London Olympics, we're going into an Olympic year next year. And what that taught us is there's different ways to be a crowd, there's different ways of applauding. I'd like to show you the spectrum of applauding now. So for this first one, I want everybody to put their left hand out in front of them. Left hand out in front of you. And just give it a little tap in the center of the palm, little tap. Nice. What you're doing is the cucumber clap. This is reserved for the posh sports like polo and croquet. It's the kind of clap that says, yes, mummy and daddy were related. That's there, that's what that one's for. That's important. Now I want you to give a slightly more confused clap, like say you're watching the curling or something, Britain's doing well, you don't quite understand the rules, you don't know when to go. So give me a slightly confused, slow clap, like that. Okay, now take it up a notch, like you're watching the hurdles and Britain's on for a silver. Give it a bright, yeah, nice. Now I want you to go all the way to the top. I want you to go A1 fucking mental. You're watching the hurdles. Somebody's fallen over. Yes! Yes! Right. That's the level of love. Are you ready for your first act? You lucky people, these ladies have travelled all over the world, they've been on the BBC, they've been on Radio 1, they've won awards, 5-star in Time Out. Will you please put your hands together, what the wonderful East End Cabaret!